Hi, everyone. Welcome to Bite Size PD. I am so excited to be here today. So, I just want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Rachel Johnson. I'm an innovation coach on a team called The Shift in my school board. I see Caitlin Kemp in the chat, so I'm pretty excited you're here, Caitlin. It's nice to see some Halton people in the house. Yeah, so let me just tell you a little bit about me. I am also a total ed tech nerd, super googly. I'm a Google certified trainer. I'm a leader with the Global Gig. Usually I'm behind the scenes, but this is the first time that I am doing a solo performance here. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to share today. I'm also a podcaster, got the Edge Gals podcast. So if you want to check that out, that would be awesome. So I think what we're going to do is if you want to follow along or if you want a copy of the slides at all, you can go and grab those with the bit.ly link there. And you can get all the templates and everything else that we talk about today from there. And I think what we're going to do is just get on with the voting. So if you want to grab the link, and we'll post that in the chat, let's get to voting and see where we're going to go first. Okay, so we'll just wait for some responses to come in. And you can go on the form. You can vote as many times as you want. You don't have to vote just once. So if you're really passionate about seeing something, vote lots and lots of times. Okay. All right. Someone wants option 1. Oh, they're starting to come in. Okay. All right. Okay, we're starting to see a bunch of votes here. And I don't want to waste too much time. I'm seeing lots of people voting for option number 1. So I think we're going to start there and jump into our learning. So option number 1, and what I decided to do today, all the examples I've grabbed are based on building community in your classroom. So option number 1 is a really great community building game that I like to play with students. And for those of us joining in Canada that need either an English version or a French version, I have all the templates there that you can go grab. So they're Jamboard templates. And let me pull up one for us right now that we can go look at. And I will put this one in the chat as well if you want to go take a look at that. So there's the example there. And yeah, so this is a really great community building game. It's called Caption This. You can either do it for fun or you could use them as like creative writing prompts or just like a jumping off point for discussion about like how you're feeling that day or really sort of anything. So I think maybe let's just I really like this one. Let's try this one here. So in the chat, why don't you try and caption this picture? Let's see what we come up with. I love this one. This one always gets some pretty good responses. All right, we're getting poor Fred. Oh, I like that. This is not an excellent idea. That is amazing. Yeah, so like there's a whole bunch of them in here. I have 2 different sets. I've also got, like I said, an English and French versions for the French immersion teachers who are joining us today. And there's all kinds of fun ones in here. So, you know, like this one. There's one other one that I really, really like that I just want to find here. Yeah, this one here as well. So yeah, just a really quick way to build a little bit of community into your classroom. So let's go back to the vote and go see where else we're going to go next. Okay, so let's go back to voting. All right, let's see where we're at. So we did number one. Oh, it looks like number 7 is getting a lot. So let's go to number 7. Number 7 is think outside the box. So again, this one is another really fun kind of community building exercise that really pumps up the creative juices in your classroom. So what it is it's a series of pictures that look like something, but what you do is you get your students to go onto the Jamboard, and let's put an example of one in the chat for you that you can go and hop onto. And you get students to create the picture, but the picture is not what it is. So the one I'm showing you on the screen here says complete the picture below, but it is not a butterfly. So you kind of have to think creatively, think a little bit outside of the box, and try and draw a new picture that's not a butterfly. So my husband says, when he sees this one, he thinks of like it looks like an elephant ear. So he would draw a picture of an elephant there. And so if we open up the example, yeah, I see some people drawing on here already, which is awesome. I love that. If you want to jump on a frame and give it a try, you can go do that. And there's a whole bunch of different ones in here. So one that's not a candy cane. You got this one, it's not a crown. So you kind of have to really think outside of the box and come up with some really kind of creative designs here. So feel free to jump on one of the frames. You can go give it a try and go draw something in there. Yeah, so that's a really another great activity for building community. Let's go back to the vote then. So maybe we'll share that link back in the chat again. And we'll see where we're going to go next. Okay, we're getting some votes in. We've done number 7. That was think outside the box. Let's see. We've done number 1. All right, 5, 4, and 9. Yeah, so looking like number 9 is getting the most votes here. So let's go to number 9. Number 9, oh, is 2 kinds of people. Yeah, this is another great one. Again, another one of those minds-on kind of activities to get you thinking, discussing, and just like a nice sort of warm-up for the beginning of class. So this is kind of my favorite one and a great example. You have you put up these series of different images, and you can get your students to vote. If you're on Google Meet, like they could vote in the chat, you could set up polls, you could do all kinds of different things there. And so you put in, what are you? Are you number 1 or number 2? And while you're putting that in the chat there, I'm actually going to also open up the Google Slides version of this. So again, on the slides, you can go in and grab the templates, but there's a whole bunch of different ones in here. So you got like this, like chocolate. Are you a number 1 or a number 2? And oh, yeah. Louise put for the toilet paper one, yeah, number 1 for the people who own cats or for psychopaths. I love that. I agree. The toilet paper, if you're not number 2, like you're doing it wrong. But yeah, there's a whole series of them. So you've got, different ways of sandwiches. This one's pretty good. Are you number 1 or number 2? I would say for me, for this one, number 1 would drive me mental. So I am definitely a number 2 here. Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of them. So you can go take a look. You can go grab a copy of this template and you can use that with your students. Okay, I think we got a little bit more time. So why don't we go back and vote again? Okay. So let's grab our form. Put that in the chat. And let's see where we're going to go next. Okay. Number 9. I think we've done number 5. Oh, we haven't done number 5 yet. Okay. I like number 5. Number 4. All right. I'm thinking number 5 is a good place for us to go next, and that one might take us the rest of the time here. So this is one for you to kind of walk you through how to create some custom backgrounds for Google Jamboard using Canva. And so you can create these really beautiful backgrounds for your Google Jamboards in Canva really, really easily. So I've got a couple of examples on the screen here that I made just really, really quickly. One is like a mind mapping type idea, and then I made a 4 corners one. I have a whole bunch in the first blog post that I've listed on the slides here, so you can go take a look at some other examples, and it walks you through step by step there. I also have some other resources there that you can go take a look at if you would like to. But I just want to show you really quickly like how easy this is to do in Canva. So when you jump onto Canva, what you want to do is you want to search for online whiteboard. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring up a bunch of templates that are already available for you to use in Canva. So you could come through and take a look at all of these different examples here, and then you could take them and you can tweak them for however you want to use them, or you could get started and just start a brand new one, starting from blank and starting from scratch. So I'm going to just pick this one here. And then when you're in here, anything in here you can click on and you can change. So, maybe I like all of these, but maybe I don't want these sticky notes here and that. So I can come in and delete that. The other thing I like to do in here is if I come into the elements and I go to stickers, I like to add stickers because it adds just a little bit of like a wow factor to your Jamboards. And I like this one here, because I like to just make things, I don't know, little bit dazzling. So I'm probably not going to do such a great job here just because I'm doing this on the fly, but you could go in and add all kinds of these stickers. And then what you would want to do if you're doing this and it's got animations is you would want to download it. You come to your drop-down menu. Because it automatically selects MP4 video, you would want to download it as a GIF, and then you're going to download. And then as that's downloading, I'm actually just going to come over to a new window. I'm going to create a new Jamboard by going jam.new, which is one of my favorite URL shorteners. And then what you're going to do is go into set background. You're going to choose custom image. And then we're just going to drag and drop that GIF that we just downloaded from Canva. And it's going to create a really nice background for you for your Google Jamboard. So it's all good, ready to go. You can then go and share it and use it with your students. So yeah, I really like that. And, minimal effort, maximum kind of output. Okay. Well, I think that's about it. We are at 15 minutes. So before we go, I like to celebrate stuff. And so I just want you to, in the chat, add in a new learning or tiny victory from today's session in the chat. I would love to see your thoughts. Aw, thanks, Caitlin. Okay, and I know there's a tiny bit of delay in the broadcast here, so just waiting to see if there's any new learnings or tiny victories. Caption this. All right, yeah. So we're starting to see some coming in. Thank you so much for sharing. And thanks for being here.